Hello everyone, welcome to another installation video, and in today's video we're going to be installing the tints on this Model 3 Tesla. We're going to be installing it on the tail lights. So as you can see before, it looks like this. It's all clear, your normal factory look. And then once it's installed, the finished tint product will look like this. So it's going to be for the whole set of the tail light. So you're going to have it for this piece of the tail light, this piece, the upper piece, and then the side piece. So with that being said, let's get started with the installation. All right, everyone. So first we're going to start off with this piece. As mentioned earlier, we do have different pieces for each part of the tail light, but for right now we're going to start on this piece. So let's go ahead and get the tint pre-cut that's for that specific tail light. So like any other installation, make sure that the tail light is clean. For this purpose, it's already been cleaned. So just spray the slip solution and then spray it on the tint itself as well. And then with this tint, we made it so the tint is aligned to the tail light. So to start off, make sure you align it on the bottom part. Once you feel that the tint is aligned to the tail light, then you can start the installation. With this one, we want to make sure first we add Tacky Solution on this portion. That way we squeegee everything out and it doesn't move when you're squeegeeing the water out. So just remove it a bit and add the Tacky Solution. And also it's recommended to spray either Tacky Solution or the slip solution on top of the tint. That way it's easier to work with and you don't accidentally scratch the film as well. So once you remove any water bubbles that are on the film, you can continue on with the next step. So with this one, we made it a two-piece method. Reason being because the product itself, if we do it one piece, the tint won't fold to the tail light itself. So we made it a two-piece. So because it is a two-piece, it is gonna overlap. So with this part, we recommend installing this part first. And once this installation is done, then we install the top portion of the tint. So let's get started with this part first. So remember, just spray your slip solution on the portion you're gonna work on, and then slip solution on the tint itself. And then same procedure as with this one, you just gotta make sure with this one you align the tint film to the bottom of the tail light. And it should fall in place. So make sure it's aligned there and aligned here. All right, and then once you have it aligned, grab your Tacky Solution. That way you can tack down the film and it doesn't move while you're squeegeeing. So make sure, before moving on to the next step, just make sure you remove all the water that's on the edge of the film. Reason being because once you install this part and you overlap the tint to this film, you're not going to be able to squeegee out any water that's on this film particularly. So it's better to just get all the water out before doing the installation, because then the film will start bubbling up and it'll lift and then it'll just peel apart. Once this part is finished and once you remove all the water, you can start working on the next part, which is the top one. This one is simple as well. The only thing is you just need to anchor it on one end first. So with this one, we recommend anchoring it on this portion of the tail light and then work your way up. Same as this one, it should align perfectly to the tail light itself. So before installing, make sure you add slip solution on both the lens and the film. So make sure you start from bottom and then just align it to the tail light. And then with your Tacky Solution, just so it stays in place, spray on the film and spray on top, and then squeegee all the water out. And as you see, it does overlap on the film. And then from here, it just aligns to the tail light, and it's going to overlap all the way up to here. So you just continue squeegeeing. And then if you need to move it, just remove it and then add some slip solution so the film is easy to maneuver. There it is. Also, it's recommended if you do see that it's still lifting a bit, use a heat gun, just so the adhesive can activate and stick better onto the other lens. It's just on the low setting of the heat, just run by the heat on the edge of the film. And then with your finger or with the towel, just apply light pressure. It should come out like that, and you could pass your finger to see if you feel any lifting happening. But once you feel that everything's set, then you can move on to the next one, which is the final part. And this piece is just simple. It's just installing. It should align right here, and then you just install going that way. And then just anchor it there. Make sure it's aligned. So it should line up. Once you have it in position, then use the Tacky Solution and tack the film down so it doesn't move again while you're squeegeeing. Alright everyone, so this is how the end result will look once you finish installing the tints on your tail light. Just a quick tip, remember, for the tint itself, make sure you align it first on the bottom side of the tail light. Once it's aligned, you work your way onto installing it. Same with this one, you start off with this tint first, and then you install the upper portion, and it will overlap. You can use heat to help the film itself adhere better to the other part of the film. This one's fairly simple, just install and squeegee. But with that being said, if you guys do have any questions, just leave a comment below or you can message us. Thank you. Have a good one.